Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, are you excited? I haven't vlogged for ages, have I? Well, it's been a long time for me. I mean, I've been gone 3 weeks, I think, since I've posted a video. I've had about 2 weeks off. My members know about this, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you will know. But basically, I lost my granddad. He passed away 2 weeks ago on the 19th of August. And whilst he was 90, it was quite sudden and unexpected. So yeah, that's been really hard. I was very close to all my grandparents. And yeah, so it's just hit all of us quite hard in the family. So I just was like, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to feel in terms of filming. When your job is on the internet, and your job is essentially like, firstly, my job is like my personality in some ways. And when you're not feeling great and when you're grieving, you don't feel like being fun or anything. And also when you're grieving, you don't feel like vlogging your life, because I feel like my personality is my job on Instagram and TikTok. On here, it's kind of my personality, but it's also just sharing my life with you guys. And the last thing I want to do when I'm grieving is share my life and filming. Or that's what I thought. But then I actually found it way easier to start vlogging for YouTube than I did making stuff for Instagram. Like, I only just started filming stuff for... Sorry if this is really boring, but I'm just trying to update you. I only just started filming things for Instagram and TikTok yesterday. I've just been reposting old things for the last 2 weeks. Whereas I have been vlogging a little bit as and when I feel up to it. I mean, it's been a nice little distraction. We've had some DIY projects going on at the house, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. But that was a nice distraction and I filmed that. So I do have some vlog footage that I will show you next Sunday, and we can sort of get back into vlogging again, into my favourite seasons, autumn and winter. My granddad's funeral is, as I'm filming this, you'll see this on the Sunday. My granddad's funeral is on Tuesday, so that will be 3 weeks to the day that he passed away, which is quite a long time. I don't know why it takes so long, and it will be nice to, like, you know, put him to rest and not have him, because I just don't like the thought of this limbo period of like, where is he? So it will be nice, yeah, to do that. Sorry, this video will be all over the place because my brain isn't fully working yet. You could argue, has it ever? I won't go into full detail. Basically, I got a call from my mum one morning at like 6 a.m. to say that they don't think my granddad is going to last the 24 hours. So I like instantly got up, chucked some clothes in a bag, jumped in the car and was driving down south. Bearing in mind, this journey takes about 4.5 hours on a good day. Thankfully, the roads were clear because it was that early, and I was like racing all the way down to Brighton from Yorkshire. And I got a call, you know, when I was about an hour away from my mum to say that he'd passed away. So I didn't manage to say a proper goodbye. They gave us a whole room with him, and they weren't rushing us. We had other family members arriving as well. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that because I've never seen a dead body before, but I actually found it really comforting and full circle to be able to still say goodbye. I feel like I got to say my goodbye. I know I didn't get to say it to him and he didn't get to say goodbye to me, but I still got to see him and give him a hug and say goodbye. I'm not gonna cry. I didn't want to cry in this video because I've done enough of that over the last 2 and a bit weeks. I'm feeling better. As some of you know, with like grief, it comes in waves and you can have really good days and then you can have bad days. And I know maybe it'll be nice to have the funeral. It will also probably bring up all those emotions again, and it might, you know, I might have a bad week next week. Who knows? I don't know. Grief works very weirdly. Sometimes all I want to do is laugh and have fun and be silly despite feeling sad. Other times I just want to veg on the sofa and do nothing. So very weird. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there and park that. So that's been going on. Basically, this video, again, I'm bouncing all over the place. I was supposed to say at the start, this video is going to be a big update video on everything that's going on, just to catch everyone up to speed, because there's lots to update you on. Sorry if the lighting's really weird. The sun's reflecting off my car and it's on my face. So I suppose the next update, and again, I've updated my members, and I know some of you will be like, why do you prefer updating your members than me? Well, that is what my membership is like real-time updates, and where I'm a bit more open and honest, because it's behind a paywall, and it means that, you know, I get trolled a lot on the internet, as do lots of people who make a living on the internet, and I'm like, those trolls ain't gonna pay. Or if they do, then they're like really dedicated trolls. So it just feels a little bit safer to talk about these things, and that is what it is. Like, the perk is of being a member is you get updated on things before anyone else. But it doesn't mean I'm forgetting you guys if you are watching this and you're not a member, because you do get updated eventually. It's just a bit delayed. So if you're happy to wait, don't become a member. It's fine. So basically, yeah, I told my members a while ago that we made this big decision. The lighting is being really annoying, so let me just... So, as I said, we had a DIY project over the last couple of weeks, which is a really nice distraction, doing something that gets me out of my head and into my body. Now, you will have seen what that DIY project is if you follow me on Instagram. You will have seen it on my stories. And I won't say what it is just yet, but the response I got from lots of people was, what on earth are you doing? Aren't you moving house? Why on earth are you, like, what a waste of time and money? Some people were saying to me, I was like, okay, savage. I didn't know. Thanks, mum. What a waste of time and money. You're moving house. Why would you do that to your house and do these DIY projects when you're about to move? You've sold Keegan's house. And I was like, oh yeah, this is partly why I was like, I need to just update everyone. So basically, we've pulled out of the house sale and we've decided to stay put in this house for about 5 more years. What? I know. So basically, what the trigger of this was, so if you don't know, let me just say, I've got a house, Keegan's got a house, we live in Keegan's house. Keegan had sold his house and we were in a chain of people, so I do feel a bit guilty, but also you've got to look out for yourself. We'd sold Keegan's house, my house still hasn't sold in London, but we're getting loads of new viewings and some positive feedback, so fingers crossed. The main thing is we hadn't found anywhere to buy. Obviously we had the dream house down the road, but that's sold to someone else. There's nothing that we like. And so we were like, okay, we'll just move into rented. And then that means that we're in no chain. We can make an offer as soon as we find somewhere. Great, fine, we'll do that. However, the main point was, I mean, behind the scenes, I was starting to feel quite anxious, like especially going on these dog walks. You guys know how beautiful this dog walk is in the countryside. It's right on our doorstep. It is a good location here. It is a really nice house that we live in. And I was like, are we making a huge mistake? Like, I'm renting, we're going to have to move out around Christmas, we're going to move into rented, and by the way, we wouldn't rent somewhere like this, we'd be renting a small house, but that means we need to put like this huge sofa into storage, the hot tub into storage, and I was like, this is going to be a huge stress, and I was like, are we making a massive mistake? Anyway, didn't say anything to Keegan. I was like, okay. Long story short, and this isn't going to be a short story, but I just like saying long story short. Long story short, Keegan came down one day and was like, I've just heard from the bank, and basically, what we would be doing is porting Keegan's mortgage, which porting the mortgage just means moving it. So we'd take the mortgage on this house because there's still 5 years or no, 3, it's still 3 years on this mortgage. And we'd move it onto the new house that we buy. And that way you don't get fined. However, if you don't port the mortgage, you would be essentially leaving your mortgage early and therefore you have to pay a fine. And what we didn't realise, stupidly, is that if we moved into rented accommodation, we wouldn't be porting a mortgage because we're renting. Therefore, we'd be cancelling the mortgage, leaving it early, and we'd be fined £15,000. So that's good. So basically, we were like, well, we can't do that. We might as well have taken 15,000 less on the offer on this house. There is a law. The law actually is you've got basically 3 months. So we could move into rented, and if we found a new house within 3 months, we could get that 15,000 back. But if we didn't, and I was like, that just defeats the whole object of moving into rented. It was supposed to be a nice chill experience where you go, cool, we've got time. When the right house comes up, we buy it. Suddenly we're going to be like, no, we've got 3 months, we need to find a house. Anyway, then it all came out that I was like, I don't know, are we making the right decision? And Keegan was like, well, I was actually thinking the same. What if we stayed here and instead put that money into renovating the kitchen, which needs doing, the downstairs bathroom, which needs doing, landscaping the garden, which needs doing, and just investing into this house for the next 5 years? Because the other thing on top of this, guys, is the whole thing with the kids. So this whole move started about 2 years ago, and we were like, let's move to be closer to where the kids are with their mum and their schools. And that way we're not commuting too much. But now, 2 years later, Taylor's about to go off to university. She's got 1 more year of education. Fletcher has 5 more years, but still that 5 years is going to go really, really quickly. And then when the kids leave home, we're going to be left over there by the kids' schools, and we don't want to be there. Like if we had a choice, we'd be maybe, somewhere new. We might go further down south. We might move over towards Manchester. We might move up to Scotland. Who knows? Basically, if it was just me and Keegan, would we want to live around this area? No. We wouldn't. There are other places that we'd prefer to move to. So we're like, is it really stupid to move knowing that in 5 years' time we want to move again? Long story short, that is the unraveling of the house move. And you know what? If you'd have told me 6 months ago that we'd be doing this and I'd be staying here, I'd be like, no, why? I really want to move, as you guys know. But I feel really excited about it and I feel really calm about it. And I'm like, this is the right choice. So what we're going to be doing once I've sold my house is Keegan's going to add me onto the mortgage on this house. So I will own this house with Keegan. Therefore, I'm happy to invest money into the house. So we will be looking at getting a new kitchen. As I said, all those renovation projects to finish off this house and then looking to move in about 5 years' time, minimum. But what we've been thinking about is what don't we like about this house? Because also Keegan was so keen to leave this house. He was like, I'm sick of this. When he was in his angry moments, he's like, I'm sick of this house. I can't wait to move. But it's made us both go, oh my gosh, this is our home for the next 5 years. What can we do to make it nicer? So one of the sticking points for me was that I've got nowhere to put my books. I was looking forward to having a little library in my new house. So we're like, great, well, we're going to do a DIY project and get shelves and turn that into a library. Any clues what the first DIY project is? And other things, like in the guest bedroom, it's like, well, we need new wardrobe doors because these are hideous and they're falling apart. The kitchen needs doing, the downstairs toilet needs doing, the utility room needs doing, and I would like a dog wash. I'm sick of traipsing Ava upstairs to the bathroom to shower her off because she goes in the mud every single walk. So let's build a dog wash in the utility room, and so that we can take the dogs out the back door, bring them back in, wash them, and keep them in the kitchen and utility room. Ooh, I've just spilled my coffee. Rather than, the house getting dirty. It's things like this. We hate the decking and the fake grass in the back garden. What can we do to make that a bit nicer? We're also in chats with council and people, see if we can buy some more land at the back to make our garden bigger. Because that's another thing I don't like, how small the garden is. Anyway, I feel really excited by this and I never thought that I would. And I think I'm also excited because it's like delayed gratification, isn't it? Because like I said, I don't actually want to live around where the kids' schools are. Like, there's no reason for me to be there other than that's where the kids are right now because of their age. So it's like, well, if we just wait a bit longer, then we can literally move wherever we want to move. And that is what's keeping me going. And it gives us a chance to save a bit more money, earn a bit more money, and, maybe we'll be able to afford an even nicer house in 5 years' time. Who knows? I feel like I've really waffled there, but that is what a vlog is, isn't it? It's waffle. So that's that. So the next update is about Keegan's health. I know lots of you have been asking about it. So I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm going to get Keegan in that because he knows his health better than I do. And it's about him, so I might as well get him in the video. So let's cut to that now. So I've already filmed this video, but this is the segment for the health update. So can you tell everyone how you're doing?
I'm fine.
Okay. Back on with the video. No, but before we get onto health update, I have updated them on the house that we're staying here. The whole rigmarole with porting the mortgage, and we're gonna renovate the kitchen and everything. Do you want to just comment on that? I can move this. I can hold it.
It was just going to be a big faff and a big stress, and it was going to cost us money to live somewhere smaller without our own stuff.
Yeah, and with no guarantee that we would find the house that we want. And like I was saying, the whole other issue was that we would...
stamp duty money.
Yeah. Well, it all costs money, doesn't it? And then we'd end up living in an area we don't even want to be in anyway. We're only there for the kids. And then when the kids are like, see you guys, I'm an adult, we're like, oh, why are we living here?
Yeah, it was like we're compromising, but what are we compromising for? Because we'll end up moving again. When the kids like it here, we like it here. It's not like we live in a dump.
No.
So...
And there's enough projects to do in this house that gets us excited because we both hate that kitchen, as you know. And so we're like, actually, the thought of having a brand new, beautiful kitchen is very exciting.
The kitchen, the garden, the downstairs toilet, the utility room.
Yeah.
We've already started rejigging the guest room / your office.
Yeah, I kept that as a secret, but you can get a little...
Oh, well, there might be a video coming.
There might be. So that's that. We're very excited. It's sort of weirdly... I was saying if you'd have told us that a few months ago, we'd have been like, what? Yeah. But we're actually excited about it now.
Yeah.
So can we go into your health update whilst we eat some popcorn triangles? You're doing a lot better, aren't you?
A lot better. I've been back in the gym. I mean, I did Snowdon yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Big mountain.
One of the 3 peaks. One of the 3 biggest peaks in the UK. Uh-huh. The biggest one in Wales.
Yeah.
So we did that with GMC clients yesterday.
And before he went, he was like, I might die tomorrow. And I was like, why are you saying that? He was like, this is the biggest challenge I've done since my heart condition.
It was the first biggest cardiovascular challenge that I've done since my diagnosis, and certainly since all the tablets had been working pretty well. But luckily I wasn't airlifted off the mountain.
You're on the full range of meds now, are you? Or is it in a few weeks you'll be on the full range?
I'm on all the meds now, yeah.
So the scary part is there's nothing else they can do bar fit like a pacemaker or anything, but thankfully it seems to be working.
Yeah, pacemaker would be the next option if and when that's appropriate. I think more when than if, but if and when that's appropriate. And then the next thing after that is like heart transplant. But I'm going to have some more imaging at the end of the year to see just how well things have improved. But my blood pressure's up, breathlessness and things are not where they were. They're a lot better. Like I'm not getting out of breath. There's just the odd day sometimes I feel quite tired.
Yeah.
Like without much of a reason. But other than that.
And you've had very rarely, but like pain in your heart, haven't you? Like on the cruise. But then the next day you're okay.
It was when I'm dehydrated.
Which is why, I think we said when we were in Florida, the doctor was like, you need to stay really hydrated when you're in hot climates because you don't want thick blood when your heart is already struggling to like pump.
Yeah, it just lowers your blood pressure even more. So I've just got to be mindful of keeping hydrated. Yeah, I'm all right. Like I think I've kind of got my head around it.
I got myself in the will.
Just dealing with it. You've taken the kids' share, haven't you?
Yeah. Basically, he's disinherited the kids. It all goes to me. It's not true.
And a home for cats.
Yeah. But it's, thank you. Basically, it is still a condition that he's going to have he's going to have the condition for life, and it's something to take into consideration. Like, basically what I'm trying to get across, I don't want people to think, oh, cool, he's all better now. He's doing better, but if he stops taking the medicine, things could go backwards, or we're still waiting on this imaging to go, well, has it actually improved? Because he's feeling a lot better, which suggests it has improved, but it's not ever going to be back at the levels where...
I have a very serious heart condition.
Yeah.
And at some point it will deteriorate, so it's just a case of looking after myself, enjoying, doing as much as I can with what I can, when I can, while I can.
Yeah.
But no, I have a very serious heart condition that's not going anywhere. I'm just, very lucky and very grateful that the meds at the minute are working well. Some people's don't respond at all. Some people's respond better, worse.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a luck of the draw, really. But we'll have some more definitive answers, I guess, when I have my imaging later on in the year.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep you updated on that when that happens.
Like I said, I'm fine.
Yeah. He's enjoying his crisps. Anyway,
they're good, them, aren't they?
Let's cut back to Joel in the studio. And that is basically all the updates. There's little things that I want to update you on in the vlogs. Like I'm going to be doing some replanting as well. I bought a pear tree in honour of my granddad. My granddad loved pears. And I bought a conference pear tree, which is in my garden right now. But I'm going to show you that in another vlog. I'm also going to be planting out my apple tree. Some of you will know, like now that we're not moving house, I was looking forward to getting my apple tree in the ground. I'm going to plant it in the front garden. Give us a bit more privacy as well, because that's another thing I don't like. I don't like that these houses are so close to each other. I feel very overlooked. So I want to basically turn our front garden into a jungle. A nice, manicured, tame jungle. And I know what some of you are thinking. You haven't looked after that front garden. Yeah, well, I'm going to start. Because you're right, I want to see, my challenge is, can I look after this front garden? But it's funny in the mindset change, now that we're staying and that I'm going to be added onto the mortgage as soon as my house is done in London, I'm like, oh yeah, this is my house now and I want to make it nice. Whereas before, we knew that we weren't staying here long, so I was like, oh, I can't be bothered with the front garden. So I'm going to get a bit more into gardening. This is coming up to my busiest period with work, usually. I mean, it might not be. But usually Q4, the final quarter of the year, September, October, November, December, are rammed. It's the busiest time of year with me working with brands and with events. Things just really ramp up. But that said, this entire year has been so busy. Normally, it's like dead and it gets busy and then it gets quiet again and then it gets busy. This whole year has just been busy and it's getting busier. I only say that because who knows, maybe Q4 won't be busy and I've had a topsy-turvy year. However, I'm bracing myself for that. I did go to a work event last week in London. We went out for, you might have seen the short that I posted on YouTube here and I posted it on Instagram as well. But we went out for Fletcher's birthday into London. We had a lovely meal out. We went to the theatre. And I got invited to the red carpet premiere of a new film called The Roses, which was brilliant. It's a brand new comedy. Definitely go and see it. It's so funny. It's British and American clash of humour. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I got invited to go, so I went with my manager. We walked the red carpet, got our pics taken. So that was nice to do a little work event, sort of, you know, like I wasn't feeling fully up for it and happy about going with my granddad dying, but I was like, you know what, I need to get out the house. And what would my granddad want me to do? Would he want me to sit at home and sulk, or would he be like, no, you've got this opportunity, go? He'd say the latter. So I was like, let's go. And I did have a lovely time, and I stayed over in London and then went home the next day. Anyway, I hope you're doing really well. I hope you enjoyed this video somewhat, and I think you're fully up to date now. And I'm going to resume with the vlogs next week. You never know, I might ramp up the vlogs and do more, although I'm saying that as we're going into a busy time. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't say that, but who knows, I might do. It's my birthday soon as well, 25th of September. Keegan and I have just booked a little trip to Europe. I know what you're thinking, Joel, you are in Europe. But when Brits say I'm going to Europe, we mean mainland Europe, because we're a little island. So I'm going to continental Europe. So we've booked a little trip there. I won't say what it is just yet, but we literally booked that yesterday. But I'm not going away for my birthday. It will be a couple of weeks afterwards. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, lots of exciting videos to come. And like I said, it's cozy season. It's my favourite season. Lots of cozy autumn and winter vlogs to come your way. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here. If you're new here, why did you start with this video? Go watch something else. But please subscribe. It's free. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I can't wait to hit that, guys. I've been wanting to hit it for like the last 3 years and I haven't. Everyone around me is like, you probably hit 100k before the new year, and I'm like, I probably won't, because every year I say that and every year I don't. So if you do have any friends that you think might like my channel, then please recommend them to me. Recommend me to them, and ask them to subscribe, because that would really help. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.